We are live at the National Animal Rights Day event, yearly event at Pan Pacific Park. These activists have just walked down Beverly Boulevard in a silent march with deceased animals, photos of animals who have been exploited, and we're now getting ready to have a presentation. You can see everybody's getting into position right now. And we have an MC, Jory Rand from ABC News. So you can see some of the animals are being put down. They were on stretchers. This is just very, very heartbreaking. We're just getting organized. There's media here. Hundreds of organizers.
Ceremonies. Everybody who wants to be in the ceremony, go in the back.
Oh, yeah, I have them everywhere. To big visuals, the
Everybody who wants to be in the ceremony, please go in the back.
We have activists holding photographs. We have activists holding deceased animals.
You know what? You can be inside of
okay, just stand right here.
yeah, find a place.
They need a flag. If they're not on a flag, they need to move back to find a flag. That's fine.
Someone asked about seeing the video of the march. That's already up on Jane Unchained. You should be able to see that. Another contributor videotaped the march. If you look carefully, you can see Joaquin Phoenix in the center of the screen.
Yeah, I got lots of pictures of him.
The ceremony is about to start. Please put on your game faces. Remember why we're all here. Take a deep breath. Pass those flags. We're about ready to go.
This is quite a large group. And we thank the city of Los Angeles and Councilman Paul Koretz for helping create, close off the streets so the activists were able to walk down Beverly Boulevard. Certainly people have seen will have seen this NARD event today that never knew that this goes on. We do this every year. I participated for the last 4 years. And what's interesting is this event is going on simultaneously in other cities around the world. If you go online and you look at NARD, National Animal Rights Day, you can see different cities where this is taking place. So opening the ceremony looks like it's going to be Commissioner Roger Wolfson, who is one of the commissioners of animal rights for the city of Los Angeles.
Start.
Him.
In the Bible, Genesis 2:1, it is written that Adam named all of the animals, and the very next moment, he fell into a deep sleep. But nowhere in the Bible does it ever say that he woke up. We are here, every single one of us today, all of us, because we too were asleep. And in that endless night, we dreamt. We dreamt that after naming animals the way a parent does a child, humanity stopped seeing them as living, feeling, sentient beings with innate rights and inherent value. We dreamt that we took these beautiful animals that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam say were given to us by our Creator, that Native Americans treated as siblings, that Hindus deified, and we threw them into concentration camps. We deprived them of tenderness, exposure to nature, space to move, and even sunlight. We dreamt that we tested products on them, tortured them for experiments, killed them, ate their flesh, and wore their skin. And in perhaps a final insult, we dreamt that we anthropomorphized animals, using cartoon images and false visions to pretend that they liked this treatment. We indoctrinated our children to join these practices. We dreamt that we ignored evidence that consuming animals caused cancer, raised blood pressure, accelerated Alzheimer's and impotence and heart disease and stroke and death. We ignored evidence that raising and slaughtering animals caused the deforestation and decimation of the Amazon and our oceans and the majority of usable land on our planet, while poisoning our atmosphere in the process. And when some suggested to us in our sleep that there might be a healthier way to behave, we laughed, we rationalized our practices, and we looked down on those who didn't play along. That was the worst part of our dream. We were complicit. We were willing participants. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say Adam woke up, but we are no longer living in biblical times. The consciousness of the human animal is rising. It has to. Times are threatening, the planet is dying, and the end of days is an honest possibility. And as such, for whatever reason, we here, these people, we were tussled out of our days. We wiped sleep from our eyes, shook our heads, saw the dawn, and realized the insanity of the dream. We realized it was not believable, it was not sustainable. We realized the dream was a nightmare. Now, none of us here think we are better or wiser than anyone. We have simply seen the dawn, and we are gripping those we love by the shoulders, gently, looking into their eyes lovingly and asking passionately and with increasing urgency before the sleep turns into a coma and the coma into a death, wake up. We are gripping our parents, our friends, our high school classmates, and our childhood crushes, and we are begging you, snap out of it. Leave this void, this matrix, this sleep state, where you are still a willing participant in a system that is unhealthy and unconscionable in every conceivable sense of each of those words. We are begging you to finally, at long last, challenge the dreamlike assumptions that allow humanity to use our dollars and our stomachs and our arrogance to destroy animals, the world, and ourselves. The word used when you wake someone up is rise. We ask you to rise. We ask you to uplift the lives of animals, your lives and ours. We ask you from the bottom of our hearts and with all the love and patience and sincerity and urgency we can possibly muster, rise and shine. Thank you.
This was Commissioner Roger Wolfson of Animal Services in the City of Los Angeles. He is a staunch animal rights activist.
We would like to commemorate the individuals who are here with us today. Koji, Kasumi, Sweet Pea, Molly, Tiger, Winnie, the pigs, Freddie, Roy, Tafu, Sky, Aretha, Anna, Precious, Janet, Thelma, Louise, Lucy, the chickens, Daisy, Hope, Kijoko, Shedadiah, the lambs, Simba, the baby goat, Bravo, Goldie, William, Dax, Jake, the rabbits, Jesse, James, the ducklings, Charlotte, the goose, Jagger, Mick, the possums, Shadow, Cornell, Pixie, Ella, the birds, Carlota, Bowie, the squirrels, Mookie, Cookie, the dogs, Booty, the cat, Ocean, the stingray, Bo, Allie, Solo, Art, the fish. These are their names, and these are their faces. They were loved. They did not spend their last hours on this planet alone, and they will not be forgotten, in spite of their short time here. Let's take a moment of silence now to put them in our hearts and welcome them into our arms.
Interventionist God, but I know, darling, that you do. And if I did, I would kneel down and ask him not to intervene when it came to you. Oh, not to touch a hair on your head, leave you as you are. If he had to direct you into my arms. into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. And I don't believe in the existence of angels. But looking at you, I wonder if that's true. But if I did, I would summon them together. And ask them to watch over you. Or to each burn a candle for you, to make bright and clear your path, and to walk like Christ in grace and God, and guide you into my arms, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. But I believe in love. And I know that you do too. And I believe in some kind of path. Though it can walk down me and you. So keep your candles burning, make your journey bright and pure, that you'll keep returning always and evermore. Into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms.
Carlin's up next.
They're wrapping these animals in cotton, and they're placing them back onto the stretcher, where they will be buried or cremated. Chickens and goats and squirrels and pigs and cats and dogs and stillborn calves. See Academy Award-winning actor Joaquin Phoenix in the center of the screen. The activists are handing out cotton cloths so everybody's animal can be appropriately wrapped.
Roger. Hey, Roger.
The activists that aren't holding animals are holding colored photographs of beautiful animals that are in cages behind bars. Literally, you can see them being tortured, and this is just captured on film. So now everyone is gently bringing their animals, their deceased animals wrapped in cotton, to the foreground. This is a memorial service to animals who've lost their lives at the hands of people. For what reason? Greed, selfishness, refusal to accept these beautiful sentient beings as equals. We are different, but we are equal. Walk up and see this last. This looks like a dog. Everybody was wearing protective clothing and gloves. So now they're taking off their gloves. And we have some kids that are placing carnations on the bodies of these beautiful animals. you tuned in late, we're at the National Animal Rights Day event in Los Angeles at Pan Pacific Park by the Grove. These NARD events are going on today all over the world. I think I've lost count, but there's more than 20 of them.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. My name is Liv Shakti. I'm a Reiki healer, energy worker. I'd like to just take this moment to ask you guys what you're feeling in your hearts. Send that all now out to each other. Look at the faces around you and feel that love. See a beautiful light running through every heart here. And that light gets brighter and brighter. The more we connect to each other and then send it to these beautiful animals who so needlessly gave their lives, whose lives were taken. And then take that beautiful bright light, that energy, and send it out to the world that needs so desperately to be healed. And then take that beautiful light and send it to all the other earthlings that are trapped now in cages, in prisons, in torture chambers. Send them your love. Send them our love collectively together. See a light moving from your heart through every heart here. And the more that light surrounds us, it gets brighter and brighter and bursts out into this world that we will heal. And we will end animal torture. We will end animal slavery, and we will liberate all living beings.
Where's the speaker?
Thank you all so much for being here.
We at Jane Unchained would really appreciate it if you would press share on your computer or on your cell phones to share this video. It's really important for people around the world to see how this movement is growing. We'll try to zoom in on some of the photos. for those of you that are pre-vegan, we like to call people who haven't yet made the change to adopt a plant-based or vegan lifestyle, we like to call them pre-vegans because we think everybody is on a journey. And we'd like you to think about, if you haven't quite made that change, think about what he or she looked like the next time you use milk or dairy products or eat a burger or shrimp or fish or chickens or turkeys. Ask yourself, I wonder what he or she looked like. And I think when people begin to conceptualize the fact that they're eating somebody, not something, that's a very powerful mindset that can allow us to really look at the devastation that we're creating on the planet and shortening the time that we're going to be able to live on this planet by eating animals. According to the World Health Organization and the United Nations, next to the burning of fossil fuels, animal agriculture is the leading cause of climate change. We can all do something about it. We can decide not to eat animals. In the foreground, that's Toby Morse, rock star.
Folks, thanks for your patience. We're just
Animal
getting
lover.
these animals out of the yard here, and then we're going to roll out the Declaration of Rights, and then we'll get the activity started. So thank you once again for your patience. We'll get started in motion.
In the foreground here, with the headphones on, is Elam Orion, who is the founder of National Animal Rights Day. This is his baby, and behind him is Kim Delgado King, who worked very, very hard to put on the Los Angeles event. This is Nilu, entertainer, comedian. She's going to perform later today. There are many media outlets here today. I'm seeing somebody from KCAL Cattle too. Thank you very much for being here and for covering this. And thank you all for being patient while we wait for the next speaker. The activists are picking up only one animal at a time to show respect and dignity to each of these animals. Some of them are very small.
Since the dawn of humanity, the Declaration of Animal Rights. Since the dawn of humanity, there remains a group so persistently abused and marginalized that their suffering is ingrained in our everyday lives. If animals could talk, their chorus of cries would drown out every other sound in the world. We are all animals. We are all living, breathing beings who share the same earth. We all feel pain and suffer when we are hurt or deprived of our lives, our families, our freedom. We all have the right to experience kindness, compassion, and dignity. We believe in the kinship of all beings and the possibility for us to coexist in peace and harmony on planet Earth.
Considering that all living beings possess the same basic needs to survive, to seek happiness and pleasure, and avoid pain, to live comfortably, to protect, create families and other social structures. Considering that all living beings, as known to humankind, are sentient beings and therefore can feel pain and pleasure, sensations, feelings, and emotions.
We hereby proclaim that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all beings are created equal and have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of their happiness. Therefore, all animals have the same natural right to exist as any other living being. All animals have the right to be free, to live their lives on their own terms as intended by nature.
All animals have the right to eat, sleep, be physically and psychologically comfortable, be mobile, healthy, safe, and fulfill all their natural and essential needs. As such, all animals are to be free from hunger, thirst, and malnutrition, physical discomfort, and exhaustion, confinement against their will, bad treatment, abuse, or cruel actions, pain, injury, and disease, fear and distress, and free to express their normal patterns of behavior.
Animals are not the property or commodity of humans and are not theirs to use for their benefit or sustenance. Therefore, they are to be free from slavery, exploitation, oppression, victimization, brutality, abuse, and any other treatment that disregards their safety, own free will, and dignity. They should not be slaughtered for food, killed for their skins, experimented on, killed for religious purposes, used for forced labor, abused and killed for sport and entertainment, abused for commercial profit, hunted, persecuted, or exterminated for human pleasure, need, or other ends.
Is within their means to protect all animals. Any animal who is dependent of a human has the right to proper sustenance and care, and shall not be neglected, abandoned, or killed.
We call for the protection of these rights. They must be recognized and defended by law as human rights are. Any act which compromises the well-being or survival of an animal or species or jeopardizes, contradicts, or deprives an animal or species of the rights listed above should be deemed a crime and should be punished accordingly.
And witness thereof the declaration is hereby signed today, Sunday, June 2nd, 2019, the 9th National Animal Rights Day in the city of Los Angeles, the United States of America.
Good job, you two.
Yeah.
So, over the next couple of minutes, you are free to come up and sign the declaration. If you're wearing protective gear and the gloves that will be collected, you can take some time and clean up. And we're going to meet back here in about 5 or 10 minutes. And this has been emotionally taxing for everybody. And Changing Hearts and Minds does that. But we're going to have a celebration of the animals coming up in just a little bit with some music, some art, some spoken word, and some food. So if you want to grab some food and clean up, we'll meet back here in about 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you, guys. Food will come here.
Everybody meet back here in 10 minutes. We'll have food here. So just come back here.
Sorry. So I'm going to take us over to look at this declaration.
So everybody that has overalls and gloves, you can...
This is a declaration of animal rights. We've been signing it for years. As they said, this is the 9th annual National Animal Rights Day.
This is from 9 years.
And everybody has participated. It starts up here. Let's go up and look at this Declaration of Animal Rights. Excuse me.
If anyone would like antibacterial wipes, I have them over here by the piano. Come get an antibacterial wipe.
That's his way of signing it. Close by. So I'll read the first paragraph. It says, since the dawn of humanity, there remains a group so persistently abused and marginalized that their suffering is ingrained in our everyday lives. If animals could talk, their chorus of cries would drown out every other sound in the world. We are all animals. We are all living, breathing beings who share the same earth. We all feel pain and suffer when we are hurt or deprived of our lives, our families, our freedom. We all have the right to experience kindness, compassion, and dignity. We believe in the kinship of all beings and the possibility for us to coexist in peace and harmony on planet Earth.
People, we have a wonderful show coming up in just a
So
few
these
minutes.
are,
Please don't go far.
there are 9 paragraphs. There we go. There's 9 paragraphs here. And this is what the children read. So let's look down here.
Don't forget to hug your neighbors. We all need more hugs today.
This is Lisa Carlin reporting live in Los Angeles at the National Animal Rights Day for Jane Unchained. I'm going to sign off, and when we start again with the presentations, I will come back and I will bring that to you live. Thank you so much for joining us, and please share this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.